I will explain how powerful the volume profile is, indicating support and resistance levels ahead of time, right? This is the ES. This is from June 7th, right? Today is what, June, what is it, 11? Yep. So June 7th, the ES started going up, was going up, going up, going up. It made a spike down here, it traced back up. But then, once I do my top-down analysis, I put a few things in display for me, and I posted for my members too. For example, I just did the oil. I posted this just now, right in front of everybody right now, right? So if I was doing this at that time, I would have put this level here, right? I would say, you know, I have the ES is very strong, or the SPX, similar to the ES, exactly the same. And I would draw my Fibonacci levels. This is a short-term chart. This is a 60-minute chart, right? I will draw my Fibonacci levels from the bottom to the top. Fibonacci's are very important. And I will mark that this area here, which is where I put my line, it's also a 38% retracement from this wave. So I have now double confirmation that this area is support, right? Now, what is next? What is another thing that I would assume? I would assume another Fibonacci level. I would say, okay, what about from the very bottom? From the very bottom, we still have close by a 23% retracement, right? So the ES is strong. What is the next level of support? I would say this area is support. Then I would wait for the market to come to it. I don't have any short in play. I don't have any possibility short, because you're trading against unknown. You know, the market could go higher. Even if I look at a daily chart at that time, which was something like this, right? Which was something like this. No, like this. You wouldn't know. There's nothing on top. There's no, like, you cannot assume anything. So you have to wait and let it play out. So going back to the small chart, 60-minute chart, right? You let it play out and see how it spiked down. It spiked down. If I go back again, we also, besides that double check we had for the Fibonacci level and the volume profile level, this is a very important volume profile level. The separation between this and this. Do you see the separation? There's low volume, and then below it heavy volume. So any separation indicates rejection. That was check 1, and Fibonacci was check 2. Check 3, look at the power line. This is before the market coming to it. The power lines are very important for support and resistance too. They are very dynamic and very important. And as soon as the market spiked down, look, it stopped right here and it started bouncing back up. So if you were a scalper, this could have been a good level for entry, right? So this is the importance of volume profile. Right now where we stand, I don't see, and okay, again, look, when the market started, you know, going up, it formed a level of support. If you look at volume profile again, look, it bounced down and it formed a level of support here. This is also still low volume area and high volume area. And there was a power line too, right? And if you draw your Fibonacci's, if you're looking for another scalp long, for example, oh, not this, retracements. You see how this was a 78% retracement right here for another scalp. So when the market goes up, you always look for possibilities to go up, whether you're scalping or long term, but at least you do in your top-down analysis. You're prepared for that, right? With education, with learning about this, you will be able to read volume profile easily, right? And very accurately. It gives you an idea of what the market is intending to do ahead of time. So in a nutshell, the ES on an hourly chart remains bullish, but only bearish if we go below this area. Let me change this. I don't like this. I'll do only bearish if we go below this area. And once we go below this area, we can cover this area all the way here, you see, and so on. The good thing about what we do here is that this level here is already marked, right? So if I'll put the line up a little bit here, not the exact line, I'll put it here. Why I want to put it here? Because this line will give me an audio. Once it hits it, it will give me an audio. So I would know this line hit. So if I'm looking at a different chart, so I'll give you an example of how it sounds.
SPX/USD.
If you didn't hear it, it's going to be in the recording, so you'll hear it. So once the market hits, once the price hits this level, then I will pay attention to this. So I don't have to be watching it 24/7. I can pay attention to different instruments. Another thing is, once I put this line here, it's programmed to print on all the charts that I have that belong to the same group of SPX USD, which is the ES. So if I move this one, and if I look at my small chart, which is 987 tick chart, it's printed right here. See that? It's the same line. And if I want to smoothen this, that's it, done. So now I have the ES in front of me with that line. Even if I don't see it, I will hear the audio. I will hear the market coming back to it. And another thing I do for my members is that I will basically take a snapshot. So I'll move the line back here, and I will try and take a snapshot of what I have and share it with members. So I will say okay, last point of defense will be somewhere here. Okay, and I'll take a snapshot of this, which is 53, I would say 25 area. I'll take a snapshot of this and I will share it with members, and this is how they would know my top-down analysis in regards to the ES or SPX. Okay, so here I put a note. I said for members, I put a note saying that SPX remains bullish unless we break the line at 53.25 area. That's it. And send it to them. Now they have it on their mobile, on their stations. Okay. And earlier I did the same with oil. Oil is XTI USD, which is the crude oil but traded in the forex market. I did the same. I told everybody oil is bullish at this time, but we have two levels of support, and I marked them down, 76.80 and 76.40. If it comes back down to these levels, then we can have a shot of a long on oil. And if I look at oil now, I think it's coming down. This is XTI USD, which is oil, and it's trying to come back down to these levels. So basically, I would do my top-down analysis in the morning for the major moves that I have, major instruments, and I'll post them for all members.